Okay, so this is my bed. I am almost done. Um, these documents have to go in there, and then I have to. These two piles are to finish writing the document so that it can reference. These two binders are the complaint. Now, these have to go in there as well. Now, this is the binder of the complaint of what I went through in this case against this lawyer. Every tab is a different thing he did to me, with evidence behind it of how he didn't follow law, of how he's fabricating evidence against me, using lawyers to dismiss my cases and not let me have my day in court, and so on. And this is all based on the squatters. 2 years. This is all based on the squatters, and this is a summary. So, but it's just the evidence that they'll be able to refer to the tab and know what I'm talking about. And, oh, I start shaking right away as soon as I start talking about this. This has been just the most difficult thing to do. It's taken time from my life, and it makes me go through the whole thing all over again. The amount of courage that I have had to put this paperwork together, just to put it together. I don't know where, if it's not from my daughter. This is everything they've done to me, aside from the case. So are the personal attacks. This is another case they came after me with, and tried to put me in jail, and my own lawyer, and things he did to me, and the orders, and the pleadings with the senators, and asking for help from everywhere, and requiring to dismiss the first superior case where I was going to present evidence against him, and pleadings to the judges to please help me, and evidence of my sister using lawyers to come after me and press charges, even though she was from out of state, even though she didn't have any legal knowledge of North Carolina. I have evidence that it looks like it was a lawyer at Pisgah Legal Services that drew up her stuff at our taxpayer money, even though she wasn't from here. And then, of course, the bogus judgment. And then, finally, this is the writ, the $3,100 writ. Here's the paperwork again on this $3,100 writ. Once again, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll scan it later. But it says dismissal with prejudice. So dismissal with prejudice, which means they can bring it back. It says, I did not make it to court, but the defendants did, and they were the ones that dismissed it with prejudice. And now they've taken out a writ of $3,100 against me. So, people, I don't know if this is going to help any. I don't know if all this work is going to be for nothing. But if we don't do this, and if we don't fight back at their level, then they're going to continue to do this. They're going to continue to dilute laws and take advantage of positions, abuse their power, oppress the people, and say they're helping them. This is a binder of just lawyers and evidence against my own lawyers that I have paid to represent me. Each tab is a different lawyer, and we have so far 19 listed. Of course, some are less than others. Some just denied the case because of a conflict of interest, which just proves that there is a major town-wide conflict of interest with Pisgah Legal Services and all the attorneys, and that they cannot perform their duties, ethically, and look out for their clients and this corporation all at the same time, and it's causing a conflict of interest, which is what messes up our laws when that, is allowed to continue. And how these people are getting these things on me, these writs and so on, I'm not sure. I wasn't able to get my IVC yet. I'm having to motion to court for that, so I don't even know how they got that. And one more thing I wanted to show you all. So this is the paperwork. That's the complaint that's going out. Everything here has already been pre-scanned and flash drived away from the house. So these are all just copies. But I have printed them out in a new order so that when I send it to the Attorney General, he can see the issue I began with that caused all the trouble and the issues that snowballed into. And after you see all this, then my daughter's murdered. I think a better investigation must be done immediately. Sorry, before I go, I just wanted to show you. This is the squatter's file binder. This is all the stuff I've had to fight someone who was squatting on my land, not paying property, not paying rent, had moved in illegally. And because they were able to get a lawyer, even though they had no legal right to get a lawyer, even though they were breaking the law to begin with, there was nothing that they could come after me with. Even though they had no right, this lawyer took it anyway because that's what they do. And then this is what he had me put into to try to get rid of someone who was paying $200 a month. Now, who was not paying $200 a month. Now, if I was another landlord, it's easier just to pay Pisgah Legal Services their $5,000 and avoid all this. And my part goes to hell with people like the people they were defending. But I am defending my property and my tenants. I'm defending my business from these kinds of people. And they should not be able to get a lawyer and sue me with no single proof, not one shred of evidence, and every single one of my tenants coming in to testify on my behalf while I was harassed in this manner. And because I fought it and I kept up with it and I was not bankrupted, that's why they began attacking me with the other things I showed you in my room, and then eventually more personal and more personal until it was too much.